Welcome to WDW Radio Live, a little late from San Francisco Square at Disney California Adventure Park. I meant to go live early, instead I went live a little bit late. It has been a very, very busy, packed day, running back and forth in between Disneyland Park, Disney California Adventure. I'd say I'm getting my steps in, but I've never actually measured steps before in my life. It doesn't matter, because whatever steps I've gotten have been far outweighed by the number of carbohydrates and caloric intake I have had over the past few days. Really, not for me, it's for you. I've been here investigating, researching, and really thoroughly enjoying everything that the two parks have to offer for their fall favorite festivities. Halloween is in full swing in both parks. We'll talk more about exactly what is being celebrated and how and where, and some of the food. San Francisco Square just opened. Tiana's opens tomorrow. I had a chance to get a very delicious sneak peek of Tiana's earlier today. I just shared a couple of photos. I'm trying desperately to put videos together. By the way, if you're a video editor and are looking for some part-time, want to help me out and looking for some part-time type of work, please reach out. I'm going to put out a call next week. But I'm trying to spin a lot of plates all at once, and I fly solo to these events. So I'm trying to do as much as I can, as quickly as I can. And then tomorrow, I'm out of here, get back tomorrow night, and then Friday, we go right into Destination D23. Really looking forward to that. If you're going to be there, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we can meet up while you're there. Wow, it's a really bad hair day, too. It's just, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Lot going on. There's San Francisco Square is a very, one, packed, two, warm, and three, high energy place. Suzanne, you're right. There is a lot of stuff to cover in a very short period of time. And I'm trying to take it all in, literally and figuratively, both from a gastronomical perspective and from a just sort of content gathering perspective as well. It's one of the things about coming to this park that I don't get to visit that often, but I think I'm going to start coming out here a little bit more often. And I posted earlier today, I really love Halloween. I know. I'm admitted I am like a 7-year-old boy trapped in a slightly older, slightly larger body, but I really just enjoy the holiday, and I think Disneyland does an exceptional job at celebrating Halloween, not just from an Oogie Boogie Bash perspective, which I didn't even get a chance to go to, but just every day in the parks. And they celebrate it not just in terms of some of the unique food offerings, but from a cultural perspective as well. Here at Disney California Adventure, they really are leaning into the Dia de los Muertos over in Paradise Park, Paradise Gardens Park, over at Paradise Pier. They have two different bands playing. They have a variety of different foods. Again, I'm trying desperately to edit together some videos to put that together for you, give you an idea of how you can learn about different cultures and traditions and how they celebrate this time of year, as well as all of the traditional Halloween fare. Characters are out in their best Halloween goodness. There is a Coco show, which I tried to get to in time to show you live. I didn't get a chance, unfortunately, to do that. I did catch some of it on video. It's right out in the middle of the plaza. It's very high energy, and people were. What I loved is even there and in the in sort of the garden park, people are singing along and dancing along, and I really, really love seeing that. And it's a very sort of happy, high energy, family focused celebration, and all those. It's family, fun, and food, and those are the three really big, important aspects for any holiday for me. This is, like I said, we're sitting in San Francisco Square. I'm going to give you a little walk through here. I really like what they've done with it here in terms of the new food offerings, the theming. I love Big Hero 6. There's a very popular Hero and Baymax meet and greet on the other side. We'll take a walk over and take a look. We probably won't get our giant sort of marshmallow-like hug from Baymax that I was hoping for, but that's okay. And there's a ton of seating here, but it's not enough. It is incredibly popular. I got here on Monday, and I've literally been trying to eat as much as I possibly can to give you as thorough of a review as possible. Are you guys having a tough time hearing me? Is this thing on? If you're having a tough time with the audio, let me know, and I'll switch out to something else. It's really quiet for you. Is this thing, so people are saying they can hear just fine. I can hear good. It's a bit quiet. I'm also not talking very loud too. I'm trying to be respectful of the people around me, but you don't think the mic is working. Your volume's all the way up. That's fine. We'll just listen. And this is for you. We're going to once again, this is sort of the challenge, is good quality but low volume. That's right, we'll just do this. That should not be the case, but also Facebook gets a little wonky. All right, hang on. All right. Is that better? Is that any better? That should do it. That should definitely resolve the issue. And cut out much better? All right, good. That happens sometimes. Okay, good. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is a hot commodity here in Disneyland. I'm going to show you what I got for you. I mean, this isn't it. I mean, I got this. I mean, sort of for you. This is the world famous churro toffee, and I can see why it gets the attention and the love and the reputation that it does. Even not being the sweets guy that I am, this is a nice investment of $7. However, so Disneylanders, you're an interesting bunch, and I get it. But one thing that Disneylanders love, and I've noticed since I first got here, is man, oh man, you like your popcorn buckets a lot. I literally had a tough time getting food at a couple of locations because the line for the popcorn buckets starting on, it's okay, thank you. The line for the popcorn buckets was so long, like hours long. However, I was able to secure one of these. Have you seen this one?
No.
This is like the hot commodity. This is like people wait online for.
Popcorn lines are so long.
That's why the popcorn. Forget, nobody cares about attractions here. All they want to do is buy popcorn buckets.
Gather things, to collect things.
This is a big one. There's a Winifred Sanderson one, like Minnie as one of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. Hours they'll wait.
All the popcorn lines, but I thought people really wanted popcorn.
If they could care less about the popcorn or the rides, they're literally here for the buckets.
For popcorn things, and now I get it.
Yeah.
They're collecting, and then they're gone once they're gone.
And they're gone. Every day they have a certain amount. So this
That's cool.
this Nightmare Before Christmas, and you can see his the mayor's head turns. It lights up. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. But I'm not a popcorn collector, and instead I'd like to give this to a good home. So once I get back to Florida, I'll find a way. I wish I had an extra one. I would give it to this cute little girl. Once I get back home, I'll find a way to do this as a giveaway, and you can have your very own Nightmare Before Christmas popcorn bucket without having to wait 2 hours in line. It has been chaotic, to say the least. So, but I've had an amazing time. I've run into some old friends. I've run into some new friends, and by new friends, I don't just mean from a food-based perspective. Suzanne, maybe I'll do it as a trivia prize, or maybe I'll do it next week. You know what? Maybe I'll do it next week. I'll give it away live. where am I going to be next week? I have no idea. My schedule changes relatively dynamically, but I'll find a way to give it away either on the podcast or on a live video. And yeah, this actually the top. I mean, there's no popcorn inside, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll give that away. So Marla says if I could be there because I want a keychain. Marla, let me just say this without spoiling. Have no fear. Have no fear. And one of the keychains she's talking about is, wait a minute, I gave a bunch of them away today. One of these new fancy schmancy WDW radio. Rubber, and I don't know if you can tell sort of if they're 3D and they're like soft and rubbery. I really, really like how these came out. So these are what I'm giving away on the trivia contest prizes on the podcast every week. So like I said, I'm trying to, in addition to doing the live video, and I've been sharing a lot on my stories on Instagram. So if you want a keychain, either I usually bring some with me when I come out to the parks. I'm going to bring some to Destination D on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're going to be there, I will, maybe I'll have to ask you a trivia question first, just for fun. I'll make it simple. It'll probably be food related. So yeah, I'll bring some of those with me, and those are the trivia contest prizes. Yeah, so I'm sharing stuff on stories, trying desperately to edit video and put stuff together as fast as I can to get content out to you. So what else? I have a couple of the goodies and surprises. Elizabeth Meemkin, I'm sorry I'm going to miss you guys this weekend in Walt Disney World. So the other thing I should, by the way, I don't know if you saw, she's got the Baymax sipper. It was that close. I'm not a sipper guy, but I like Baymax a lot. And I'll take you over to the merchandise store. I said this the other day when I got here. I'm disappointed that I'm disappointed because I wish there was more Baymax. I was ready. I called American Express. I said, just to let you know, I'm preparing to buy, and I'm not really a merch guy, but I was prepared to buy Baymax merchandise, and there wasn't really a lot that I was digging. Hopefully it's going to come at a later time because I think they're missing out on a great opportunity. That being said, I'm also going to try and see if I can get one of those Baymax Bowden Bakery sourdough Baymaxes. For no other reason than I love Baymax, and I'm telling you, our next cap, save the money for food. Jeff C, that has not been an issue. I have been investing what I need to thoroughly review the food. Lucky Fortune is right here. Aunt Cass's is right here. There is no shortage of really, really good food here. I haven't even had shawarma yet. I forgot to post a video from this morning. Again, this is why, whatever. I had what may be one of the best breakfasts I've had in a Disney park in a long time. It's not from a sit-down location. It's not even from a counter service location. It's just from a cart. And maybe it's just that I was hungry and caught up in the moment, but it was really, really good. I have to say, Disneyland does a lot really, really well. Halloween they do really well, and I have to tell you, Disneyland knocks it out of the park when it comes to food. There is such a wide spectrum of flavors spread out throughout the park. So that's the other thing I love too, is a lot of things are only available at a single location, which is not a bad thing. Yes, Marla Chan, it was from the coffee cart in DCA. You know exactly what I'm talking about. My matcha was really good, and my breakfast burrito was really, really good. This is why I'm going to have to do like a momentum on the road in Disneyland, just because I need another excuse to come out here and eat. So, but yeah, they do the food really, really well here. And I mentioned earlier, they're not afraid to let it get a little spicy. I like the fact that the flavors are not overpowering, but like when I mean like it's vastly flavorful. Ray Keating has never seen Big Hero 6. Ray Keating, you have one job this weekend. It's to watch football, which I'm incredibly excited for, and 2 is to watch Big Hero 6. When I get back into the swing of doing our Disney Plus picks of the week, yes, I know I have to watch a Goofy movie, but we're definitely going to make Big Hero 6 one of it too. By the way, the theme here, like, I was literally hoping they were going to sell Big Hero 6 lanterns, because I would have just picked one of those up and put it in my lanai, which I don't really go outside to because it's oppressively hot in Florida, but that's beside the point. And I promise I will get back to doing the watch parties again once I get a haircut. Good Lord, this is just, I'm a hot mess today. It doesn't matter. Who cares? We're all friends. So I'm almost, I'm coming to the end of my Disneyland journey and adventure, trying to cover and consume as much as I possibly can. Tonight I've got the Happy Halloween, the Disneyland fireworks. Actually, there's no fireworks tonight because it's Wednesday. They do things differently here. They don't do fireworks every night. They only do fireworks on the weekend. So there is the Halloween, Marla, what's it called? Halloween Happy Haunt Celebration Spectacular. I can't access my phone. Whatever the projection show is in Disneyland, we'll go over it tonight. I think it starts at 9. I can go live, but I'm sure it's way past your bedtime because it's a school night tonight. So I know, Caleb Joshua Hill, I promise you, I'm going to watch a Goofy movie, and Kevin Lively said he wants to do a discussion about it on the show, so we'll definitely do that one night as well. So Jeff says, I just got my tickets for Not So Scary the Thursday before Momentum. That's funny, because the Thursday before Momentum, I will probably be in some relative state of cardiac arrest, because that's when I start realizing that I forgot to do this, order that, or keep checking the mail as to see why things haven't arrived just yet. I still love Momentum. It's a lot of fun. By the way, if you're interested in coming to Momentum, not you, Jeff, because Jeff is not only coming to Momentum, but he's speaking at Momentum about, like, really one of the hot topics right now, which is the use of AI, artificial intelligence, in content creation, content sharing, social media. I mean, at least I think that's what Jeff is going to talk about. If not, Jeff and I need to have a conversation. So I'm promising you on Jeff's behalf that he is going to over-deliver, and his session alone is going to be worth not just the price of admission to Momentum. And if you want to come, let me know. I'll give you a special discount code. But you also get an awesome workbook, and and Jeff's also a pretty good guy too, and very generous with his time and assistance in helping. I miss Lumentum is never. It will never be called. I'll never say the word Lumentum again. That's it. Halloween Screams with projections is what Marla is promising. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do what I did yesterday, which is I'll do live on Instagram. Just had fun. I just did a spur of the moment, like let's just sort of turn it on and go live. And we rode. What did we ride yesterday? We rode Mr. Toad. We rode Small World. We rode Roger Rabbit and got evac'd off of my first time ever getting evac'd off an attraction. And what else did we ride? That might have been it. We wandered. I'm sure we snacked at some point. And I posted a link to that video. It's on my Instagram profile if you want to watch the... am I going Not So Scary? You know what, Jennifer? I don't know. I want to go this year, but... and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to Not So Scary this year, because what I'd like to do is get like a bunch of friends together and go to Halloween Horror Nights. I'm saying that low because I don't want to get kicked out of the park. So we'll see. Oh, that's right. I had the Dole Whip and the Bout. God, how can I forget that was such a good meal? Tonight I'm supposed to have dinner here in San Francisco Square, but I've been snacking throughout the day. I've had about 11 meals so far. So Just let us know. We'll join. Join in Halloween Horror Nights or join in Not So Scary. The event I'm looking forward to in World is Jollywood Nights. I'm really looking forward to Jollywood Nights. We're going to have a WWE sort of night at Jollywood Nights in November 20th, I think. I put it as an event in the events page on the WWE page on Facebook. So Darren's going on. It's really hard in Orlando to get into the Halloween spirit when it's 212 degrees outside. I'd love to go later in the year. I know early ones have sold out, and a lot of the later ones, obviously, as you get closer to Halloween, those sell out as well. And now that my kids aren't home, you know, it's so we'll see. I don't know. I would like to go one more time. It's sort of Halloween. Not So Scary has been a sort of a tradition every single year, so I would like to try and go back again. I've had to say, Oogie Boogie Bash here. Oogie Boogie Bash is really, really good. I did it last year with some people, and Oogie Boogie Bash is exceptional. And if you're and I'm not normally a character person, but if you are a character interaction kind of guy or gal, this is the place to be. There's a little bit sort of, they turn the dial up a little bit on sort of the spookiness. It's not scary. It's nothing like a Halloween Horror Night. It's not scary at all, but it's a little edgier from just the vibe and the environment. Like even in sort of the town square by I haven't eaten in like 45 minutes, so I'm a little delirious. The Headless Horseman statue that interacts with your magic band, and it's beautiful at night. It's absolutely spectacular. Even that's a little bit sort of scarier than what you would find in Walt Disney World. So it's it's definitely a different type of vibe. And if I do a Halloween Horror Night, I will definitely let you guys know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when I can squeeze it in. I'm basically out of commission until Momentum, and then I'll just sort of need at least a day to sort of recover, sort of post Momentum. I hope this is my water.
I guess it's just me and you, and I say, how do you do?
Halloween costumes for over snowsuits. You may want to go as a swimmer. Yeah, it's hard to put on a costume. And actually, I love Halloween. I love Halloween. I would love to have like a Halloween party this year, just because I want to get dressed up. I already know what my costume would be, but I didn't want to like buy it, or dare I say, even try and make it, because I just don't know if I'll be able to pull something off this year. So, like, am I the only sort of semi-adult that loves Halloween? Like, not just because I like handing out candy to trick-or-treaters, but I love Halloween parties and getting dressed up, and I love this season of just like the different foods, not just, you know, like I know Jeff likes to wear his Uggs and his vest and his like Lululemon stretchy pants, and, you know, get his pumpkin spice latte. But I like the scary movies. I like the weather. I just like the whole feel of Halloween. Even like the decorations. I used to really do a lot more decorations in my house and stuff like that. I don't do it really as much anymore, especially now that my kids are much, much older. But yeah, so somebody said, I just saw, I couldn't see if I'm going to do, yes, I think I'm definitely going to do the live from the campgrounds again this year. I don't know exactly what date yet, but I will do it on a Wednesday night. It's getting tougher and tougher to do because you can't rent golf carts unless you're staying there. So unless I have a friend who's staying there, which in the past I've been fortunate to be able to do. We did last year, I think for Christmas. So Jess says my pregnancy jeans are only for Thanksgiving and the Disney Cruise buffet. Speaking of Disney Cruise, and we'll save this full conversation for another day, but what are your initial thoughts? Let's sort of switch gears just for a minute. We'll do like a lightning round. What are your honest thoughts on the Disney treasure, at least what we know so far? And I'm going to shamelessly plug for the show, because there's things that we talk about on the show that were not revealed in the video that Disney released or any of their press materials, we did have access to some information and conversations with Imagineers. So if you want to know a little bit more than what was revealed, definitely check out and share the show. But let me know your thoughts on the Disney treasure. Just sort of quick off the top of your head. Looked darn awesome. Beatrice Dennis, is you? See, Beatrice is the best. Thank you. I would love to do that. So let me see. Looked darn awesome. Some cool spaces, small like the Wish. Being a former submariner, I'm very curious about Periscope Pub. So Gary says, I love the layout of the Wish, excited for the treasure's theming. I think that's what it is for me. I think the treasure being so cohesively themed, leaning into the parks and the attractions. I see it now. Listen, I see some comments about it being underwhelmed. Love the new original themes, but too much repeated from the Wish. Debbie, so this is the, when you're repeating, when you're sort of copying, a layout that you can't change, you're relatively constrained in terms of what you're able to do. So Mary says, look, there's aspects of the Wish that I don't love. I understand and appreciate that too. It is not my favorite in terms of layouts, but the plane or the ship was already in flight and there was no way to change any of that in time for the treasure. I have to say that I like the theming exponentially more than the Wish, Periscope Pub, Skipper Society, what I think or believe is going to be coming into what was the Hyperspace Lounge. I think the Grand Hall is warmer, it's more inviting. So, and this cohesive adventure theme that sort of goes from stem to stern, I think it was very much a smart move and feels more cohesive to me. I didn't love the theming on the Wish. It just wasn't for me, but I know it appealed to a lot of people. I also come at it from a unique perspective because I think about you, right? I think about going in groups, and it makes groups difficult. I know right now, I'm not sure if Becky's here, we do not have a cruise that has been announced. I will share what I can share as soon as I can share it. We're working very, very hard on trying to get some things done so that we can do more group cruises, plural. If we were to do one on the treasure, so for those of you who were on the last cruise, we talked about some of the challenges that we're facing, and the spaces is one, but is cruising together, right? Is that enough? If we're not able to do some things that maybe we've done in the past, like play games in some of the different spaces and things like that, is that enough, right? Is the idea of us just being able to cruise together enough for you to want to come? Because cruising together is more fun than going by ourselves. So people saying, yes, I'd love to go on a group. I want to make sure I set expectations accordingly, right? I never want to disappoint anybody, especially if they're choosing to spend and share their vacation with us. So Mary says it's nice just to have friendly people around the ship. I agree, but we've done some really cool things in the past, and it's my job and my responsibility and my goal to exceed expectations and try and do. And I have a couple of ideas if we're not able to do some of the things we've done in the past to make the cruise special for you. So there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff sort of up in the air that we're just trying to get some final details on, and then possibly within the next few days I'll have an announcement about a cruise or cruises, more than one. And Becky's not here, so I can say it. Obviously we're looking at the treasure, for 2025. So. So I've met some wonderful friends. The time the group events are important. Yeah, and so that's it, right? So David, it's being able to gather people together without impacting the other guests that are on board the ship. You know, if we were a group of 25 people, no sweat. Meet up on deck 11, meet up here, that's fine. You know, usually our cruises are at least 125 to 150 people, so I can't just say, let's take over a space, because it's not right, it's not fair. So I want to do it. I want to do right by you, and I want to do right by Disney, and I want to do right by the other guests that are on board, and still be able to deliver an experience. I don't ever want anybody to be disappointed or have their expectations not met or exceeded. So I got a couple of ideas. Like I said, I know I'm sort of dancing poorly around the question, but trying to get it. How are you? I met new friends. So go as a group. Don't worry about the big gatherings. Less stressful for Lou and Becca. Listen, the stress comes with the territory, and that's okay. I don't mind it. You know, I sort of live on that high. But we're gonna, again, I want to make sure that I can do right by anybody that comes. So I want to give you a reason to want to come and do the cruise with us. And I have a couple other ideas too for some other stuff we're going to do. I could say a lot more because Becky's not here, but who knows? Maybe we'll, you know. So late night deck parties, open space. There are some open spaces that we can do things. But you know, in the past, you know, who's been on one of our cruises in the past when we've done trivia contests and Pictionary contests and, you know, game nights. We've had sort of, you know, taken over some of the venues and had private events in there, including games. We've had artists, we've had special guests, we've had private concerts with Richard Sherman. So, you know, those things might not be able to happen anymore, but I still want to do things that are going to make our, you know, our cruises special. So we'll see. We'll see. It's very stressful. It's very, very stressful. It's these cruises, you know, when they say that they're literally years in the planning, they really are. And now it's, you know, it's a little bit more difficult. So I will say I'm a little intrigued by having the maiden voyage cruise be 4 days before Christmas. I get the attraction and appeal. I also get why that some people wouldn't be able to go, and I'm waffling. Not that I just want waffles, but because there's a part of me. It's like, well, you know, my parents aren't around anymore. Yes, I have friends in the area. We usually do Christmas Day at my house, but there might be something kind of neat. You know, my kids will be home to wake up on, you know, the Disney Treasure and celebrate Christmas together and have a little tree in our room and do something a little bit different, and that sort of be the Christmas present to each other. Heather, I promise you, we are going to have an announcement one way or the other. I'm going to have an announcement probably within the next week. So I know that, see, this is the other problem too, is that bookings open for Pearl like in 2 days. So we have to try and like pull a lot together and ask and get questions answered that I have to wait for answers very, very, very quickly because it's over Christmas, it's a maiden voyage. There's a lot of people that, you know, are going to want to jump on that cruise very, very, very quickly. And then those prices will jump like 30% once the ship starts to fill. It's demand pricing, and that's just the way the cruise industry works. So, yeah. So if you were on the last cruise, we talked about it on our farewell party, but we will see. We will see what we can do. So I promise we've got some stuff in the pipeline that we're working on. So will the paint be dry? So I think that's why they are doing it at that time. I think they, you know, the ship will obviously be ready earlier. I think they want to make sure they get some test and adjust cruises under their belt. So they'll do some cast member cruises. They'll do some test sailings. Just, you know, hopefully they'll do a media sailing to sort of work out some of the kinks that are work outable. you can't move walls, you can't move spaces, so things are going to be. But I think they want to make it. They want to make sure that the paint is dry, which it really wasn't last time, and it's a learning process. It is a learning process every single time. Amber Bramble, they have not said. No, that's not true. The sailings to Lighthouse Point begin in the summer. I don't know the exact date, so but we'll see. We'll figure something out there. Our friends over at MEI and Mouse Fan Travel are looking into it. Now, mind you, Becky right now is on some island somewhere doing something, but we are looking into some different dates. So the DVC cruises, that sounds about right. They'll do a lot of times. They'll do like a media cruise, and then the maiden voyage, and then the first X amount of weeks or month are considered inaugural cruises, and within there they'll do a DVC member. I think there's a DVC member cruise going on right now, because somebody I know from the company said we were going to meet up, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm on the DVC member cruise this week while I'm here." So, and I hear those are pretty fun too, but I'm not a DVC member, so we'll see. The Wish in December was a much better experience than it was in August. Well, the heat was a factor, right? And especially on being up on deck 11, it was like a terrarium in there. It was very, very hot. So going in December did make for a better overall experience. Andrew says the second cruise on the 20th looks good. Again, you're going to be paying not just inaugural prices, but you're also going to be paying for.
Hello. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. Just hanging out.
We're
live right now.
Say hi.
Hello.
It's Molly. How you doing?
Good. Just enjoying.
Yeah.
Lots of
Trying.
new food.
I have eaten so many San Franciscan treats in the last 3 days.
I know. They're delicious, but I'm like, all right, one more stop. And then
What's the best thing that you ate? What's the best thing that you ate?
The corn. Have you had the corn yet at Cocina Cucuma? The San Francisco style street corn. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Did you try the birria ramen?
That's what I'm waiting to pick up right now. I just clicked on here, so
there's a lot to cover. So.
Awesome.
Good.
Hello. Good to see you.
You too. Have fun. Oh, sorry. She's got the mac and cheese bread bowl. She got the mac and cheese bread bowl from Aunt Cass's. It looks delicious. Yeah, Molly's great. Molly's been around a long, long time, and she, as you know, she was with All Ears for a long time before she ventured out on her own. So.
Baby, I'll give it back to you. Honestly, I'll give it back to you.
So the mac and cheese bread bowl is this huge heaping bread bowl with just mac and cheese like exploding out over the top. I'm not even hungry, but it looks fantastic. I have to figure out what I'm going to eat tonight.
Do you want mac and cheese?
Yeah, so it's warm. So today was really, really warm, like even by Floridian standards. But at night, it cools off dramatically. Once the sun goes down, Anaheim is lovely. So golden hour and evening here is really, really beautiful. So I'm looking forward. That's why I had a tough time finding not just a spot, but a spot in the shade, because you'll see the seats in the sun, nobody's even sitting in. So it's only 20 after 5 here, so. Marla Chan, I have not gotten a cozy cone yet. You know what? I might not get one on this trip. I don't know if I'm going to get one because I'm going to eat somewhere here in San Francisco, try something that I haven't had before, or a couple of things. I didn't want to get it and just have you watch me eat again. And then tonight... Wait.
Sorry.
Somebody's pointing to his phone.
I'm so bad at this. Thank you.
Are you watching? Is that what you...
No, I just saw you.
Oh, thanks. It's weird. He came over and he was like pointing to his phone. I thought he was like watching. He's like, starts taking pictures. She was like, no, just saw you, just taking your picture. It's fine. I was going to give you a keychain, but so yeah, I might not get to a Cozy Cone. I can only do so much. I mean, there literally are limits to the amount of food that I can consume, despite what it might seem otherwise. So I'm going to eat here, and then I got to make my way over to Disneyland for the fireworks tonight. Let's see. Let's decide. You guys can help me decide. So, let's see. Aunt Cass's Cafe. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They have a curry beef sourdough bread bowl, San Francisco clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, creamy mac and cheese in a sourdough. So this is from the sourdough bread bowls are from Bowden Bakery. Thank you. Oh, this actually sounds delicious and healthy. A chilled shrimp soba noodle salad. They have a shrimp katsu sandwich that I had yesterday, and a turkey pesto club, but you don't get that. They also have a plant-based soba noodle salad. So the chilled shrimp soba noodle salad does not look bad. I love soba noodles. They're buckwheat noodles, tofu, cabbage, edamame, carrots, roasted corn, scallions, and cilantro, topped with crispy shallots and a sesame ginger dressing with a little honey lemonade. That doesn't sound bad, right? The shrimp soba noodle salad. Now, that being said, there's also, wait a minute, let me do this. And she was just talking about Cucina Cucamonga, but I think I would go to Lucky Fortune Cookery again, and they have a karage-inspired crispy chicken sandwich, teriyaki chicken. Oh, I know what I wanted to get. They have a beef bulgogi burrito. Let me show you this. Look at that action. With seasoned rice, cabbage slaw, and garlic chips. I had the garlic chips the other day. They were fantastic. Oh, God. They also have yaki udon with karage-inspired crispy chicken. Look at that action. I'm telling you, the food here is so good. I had the beef birria ramen and the pork wonton nachos. There's also a plant-based yaki udon. So, that yaki udon with karage-inspired chicken looks really good. Mushroom, sugar snap peas, roasted red peppers, bok choy, dark soy, and hoisin sauces. Oh, Amber Bramble, I haven't had shawarma yet either. And I'm literally like, can I stay? I can't even stay one more day. I have to get home because I have to go register for D23 so Marla says burrito. I might do something a little lighter. I want to just look at everybody else's food and see what they're getting. Did I bring a cooler? I should have. I should have brought a cooler so I could bring some of this home. Plus, the Tiana's food was so good. Tiana's food was outstanding. The gumbo is so good. The gumbo is the play there. The gumbo is the play. The house gumbo is amazing. So, Shanna, so I'll do a full review as soon as I can get this video edited at some point. I need to get help. I know that. Wait. Open the app, order it all, and do a full review. We will support you're not helpful. So I was going to get Marla, the line for the Baymax Boudin bread, sourdough bread, was crazy pants. Plus, he looked so delicious. I want to eat him, but I would feel conflicted. Plus, I could really stand to lay off the carbs. Marla, you're an enabler. That is not helpful. So, Jim O'Neill hasn't been here. Whoops! Wait a minute. Hey, what happened? It travels well, no cool. Yeah, but I have to fly back to Orlando. None of that stuff. Plus, I'd end up eating it on the plane. So, who am I kidding? But my flight's at stupid o'clock tomorrow morning. So, I've packed a lot into 3 days. I have packed a lot into 3 days, but we'll see. share his belly with the family. There's nobody left at home. I would end up eating the whole thing. I would eat the whole thing. And I can't buy a cooler. I've reached my my carry-on limit for my flight. So. Why doesn't Disney have all these options in World? It's amazing, the food. I agree. I was saying that earlier. I think Disney World has some great options, especially in terms of table service restaurants, but I think the food here is on another level. I think the food here in Disneyland is done really, really, really well. Wide variety, something different everywhere you go. There's light options, there's healthy options, there's non-healthy options too. The seasonal foods, like the Halloween foods, look and taste delicious too. I had a chance to taste some of this earlier today.
Want some bread?
Mail your stuff home, carry the cooler.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of attention to detail. Again, I'm going to try and pull together a video of some of the food that I got to see. They had some hero tables out, and I talked to one of the chefs, and she gave us a little tour of some of the food. I'm going to try and get this out in the next couple of days, so you can see what you're missing and either plan a trip to come out this fall before. I mean, there's plenty of time to get out before Halloween, or plan a trip next year. Maybe we should do like a group. Maybe we should all come out here next year. Maybe that's an option. We'll see. We'll see. A little Halloween at Disneyland. A little Oogie Boogie Bash. Maybe a little private event somewhere. I have to write this down so I don't forget. So, yeah, there's been a group Disneyland trip conversation for a long time. D23 is next year. We're hoping that we're going to get the announcement of the date at Destination D. So maybe we can do something around D23 Expo. So, we also we're going to do the Chalk Walk D23. So we can do both. We can do both. Like I said, now that my kids aren't home, I'm going to just travel as often as I possibly can. So any excuse to. I was talking to one of my reps out here, and I said, look, I will come out here every week. You give me a reason to come out. So any idea on D23? I don't know. They haven't hinted, and I was never able to get even sort of a hint in terms of the time of year. There's no perfect time for anybody, but, they've done it in the summer before. They've done it in September before. It also depends on the availability of the Anaheim Convention Center. So sometimes you are sort of beholden to what their availability is as well. So we shall see. And I know I've sort of done some unofficial polls about other places you want to go and things you want to do, and I have a couple of ideas, and there's a couple I'm really excited about that I'm just not ready to share yet because we're working on details, and a couple of like special events. We've had occasion to do some really neat things in the past, like the Tower of Terror event we did was one of our favorites. The Great Movie Ride, the American Adventure. She's got a funky burrito. Wait, talk amongst yourself. I want to sort of sheepishly look over and check out her burrito. That's nice, but I think you guys convinced me to get the soba noodle salad. Where'd she get that cool Baymax hat? I'm getting hungry, so I'm very easily distracted as well. Oh, I had the Baymax macaron too the other day. That was really good. Again, I got to pull this video together at some point and get it out. It's hard, like when I'm at these events and I'm doing it by myself, to like capture stuff, edit stuff, pull stuff together, and then run from place to place. But we'll see. We'll see. So let me see what. So Darren's hoping to get D23 Expo. It still remains. I love the energy that D23 Expo brings and bringing people together. I know it's chaotic, and I know you can't see into everything, and the lines are nuts, and everything it's hectic. But it's so cool that Disney, I remember years ago, remember when they launched D23 and it was sort of the what is 23 and they had this really cool, I love this idea of still sort of this official fan club and pulling fans together. I actually love Destination D. I think Destination D is a great event because it's one room, it's a lot smaller, you don't have to sort of make choices, and I think it really kind of pays great service to the fans. And I've said this before, I think there's great opportunity this weekend for them to give nostalgics and longtime fans the love that we are looking for, and I think there's a great, they can very easily help let some Disney fans who may have maybe fallen out of love a little bit fall back in love with the parks and everything about it. So we'll see. I will be there. I'll be there all weekend and sharing things as quickly as I can as they happen, most likely on my Instagram stories, so it's just an easy way to get content out and up quick. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please make sure that you do. Like right now, I'm going to hang up. We're going to finish in a second. When we're done, please do me a favor. I'm going to ask a favor. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me. And if you are following me on Instagram, do me a favor. Make a post, a reel, a story, share out, and invite other people to not only subscribe to the podcast, but be part of this incredible community and to follow me over on Instagram as well. Turn on notifications. Again, I'm going to be sharing a lot this weekend from Destination D23 and maybe a couple of other cool things I get to share. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able and not going to be able to share. I'm really getting tempted to get that Baymax zipper, by the way. No, focus, concentrate. So, yes, Beatrice, I'll definitely see you there. I know some people asked about doing a potential meetup. I'll look at the schedule they sent me. Maybe we can sort of meet up like Saturday morning before things get started or during one of the breaks. Sort of just do something casual. Mama Chan, if I can, I've said this for years. I'm going to say it again. Not that I would ever run for CEO of this company, because I don't even work for the company. If I was CEO of the company, my very first course of action would be to get rid of every single one of those carts with the stupid loud wheels and buy ones that have big, soft, cushy, quiet wheels. They're so loud. Like in 2023, do we not have the technology? We can rebuild them. We have the technology. Better, stronger, faster, quieter carts. That's all. That would be my platform, and then I would just retire. So, right, like beach carts. So yes, I am going to try and go live on Instagram tonight for the Happy Halloween non-firework nighttime spectacular Disneyland show. I think it's 9 o'clock. I can't check my email on this other device that I have. So yeah, it'll be late, but maybe I'll pop on and just go live. So there you go. That cart right there, that thing. I would pay $6 million to get rid of those carts. So, by the way, thank you for picking up on my $6 Million Man reference. If you had the Oscar Goldman doll, you had a very disappointing Christmas. Anyway, that's going to do it. I need to move on and get some other stuff done. I'm going to try and get some videos thrown together quickly. I did post some photos from my sneak peek at Tiana's Palace, which I loved. I love the movie, I love the music, and now I love the food as well. Check them out. I posted those over on Instagram. I'll try and get some more stuff up later on tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. Please spread the word about the community, the clubhouse, and invite people to follow me over on Instagram. San Francisco, I love you too. So until later or next time, thank you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. See ya.